Oh, yeah, we are back and we are live. You thought you caught me sleeping, but you didn't catch me sleeping. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you, though. I should be better on it. It's been one of those days. Guys, let's start out with the fun thing. I went to the dentist today, like way earlier. A basic teeth cleaning kind of thing there going on. Now, the tricky part is last time I went, they didn't numb me up so hard. They did one side of the mouth, then they do the other. Problem this time is that they, I guess, gave me way more numbing stuff because I still feel a little, yo, Adrian. So, forgive me, but we're going to do it. So, we're hanging in there. And, guys, I am excited. Are you excited? Heck yeah, you're excited. Let's go. Party people. Do you know what time it is? It is time to bring up the man, the myth, the legend. It's time. I love doing this, guys, because we're going to take somebody that people know and love, but they don't see his face much. They haven't seen his face much. He's the kind of guy who gives it all to you. He gives you somebody. He lets them be the star. He just creates that amazing platform for them. So we're excited to have him on. Talk to the man behind the camera. Get to know him a little better. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man himself. Never made wait. How you doing, sir?
Can't talk with this mouth guard on, brother.
Oh, I ain't mad at you.
Thank you for having me on, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you for being on, bro. If I keep doing this, it's because it feels a little weird, but you know what? We're hanging in there, so we're fine.
All good. It's all good. Can we cuss on this show?
Ish. As much as we need to. How about that? As much as we need to.
So we can't cuss on the show.
I mean, what the fuck do you think, bro?
Man, I just wanted to get that. Just wanted to get that out of me real quick. Okay. Let's get the professionalism.
Oh, my gosh. Sorry, man. I'm getting tons of messages right now. Sorry about that. Everybody, here's what happens, bro. Everybody sits around and is like, when is Mike going live? Because that's when we want to give him all the messages. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what are you going to do? All right. We are good. Producers are saying we're sounding good. Had to do that quick check right there. Let's go. So talk to me, man. First of all, tell everybody your name.
My name is Sped.
Yeah. S-P-E-D, Sped. Yeah. That's what we call you in the street.
Special education.
See, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? That's not something you just say to someone.
We're enlightening people.
That's the key. We got to let them know about you, man. Clearly, you're in some kind of swirl, dog. Are you okay? Are you?
This is actually coffee from a coffee shop you probably never heard about.
Which one?
That's the thing. You don't know which one.
But that's what. Hence me asking.
That's
you know what I'm saying.
That was a secret. You got to come see me in LA for that one.
Sold. So I got a few people I got to come see in LA. Got some friends. Haven't been there in a while.
First, though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm down, dude. Never made wait. Are you kidding? The fact you're even asking is pretty kick-ass, brother.
The background I got over here is the cover art for my new song, What You Talk About. Okay. The reason it's a coffee as the cover art is because the first line is all my coffee's from a coffee shop that you don't even know about. And really, that's a flex, right? You got people in rap and hip hop flexing about killing people, effing their wives and stuff like that. And that, I guess that's a flex to them. For me, a flex is, I'm drinking coffee from a place you've never drank coffee at.
What? No, hey, man, that's a flex in its own way. And I love it. Now, the problem I have is, I grew up listening to hip hop that they did this thing called rhymed. You know what I mean? And had cadence. So the weird part about that is that you could be like, I'm drinking coffee from a coffee shop you never heard of. I'm living that good life because I'm blessed from up above, right? You can say something like that where I'm from back in the day because that rhymes. Nowadays, you couldn't do that because then they call you old
the writing
school
sessions
and
for
boomer.
Sure.
Yeah. That was
it's changed a lot, right? Like the music you were sending me, you're like, have you heard this? I listened to it. I'm like, this sounds like something I've heard because I understand, what time it's what era it's from, right? But I'm like, no, I haven't heard this specific song. So for sure, I mean, you've listened to some nice old school hip hop that I probably don't know exists.
I used to be a rapper when I was a kid, man. You know why I quit? Because if you're a white man over 30 and you haven't made $1 million rapping, stop. Okay, I am telling you to stop.
Yeah. Hey, in a year and a half, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna take your advice. In a year and a half.
But you're not white, so you're good.
I'm white as shit.
You just so you know what I'm saying.
I'm white as rice, baby. No, I mean I'm Armenian. Apparently, we're original Caucasians. So
yeah. If you're Armenian, you're the white of the browns, right? You know.
No,
what I'm saying?
no. I'm the
like
white.
We're the whites of
white,
America.
actually.
You're the whites of the. As far as you guys are like the ballers, right?
No, in a way. I mean, white Middle Eastern. But if you think about it, as far as the map goes, we're people from the Southern Caucasus, and Caucasian basically means people of the Caucasus.
Yes,
and
Caucasus Mountains, absolutely.
So technically, I'm whiter than you, FW Mike.
Oh, that hurts so bad. So what? Do I have to bring you mayonnaise? I have to bring mayonnaise and Wonder Bread to the altar.
I'm not that white, brother. Yeah, check my spice cabinet. I'm not that white.
Right? Oh, hey, man. Look, man. There's nothing wrong with a good aioli. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hate on mayonnaise just because people hate on mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like I love it slathered. It's a good ingredient, bro. It's a good ingredient. Speaking of that, first of all, let me just say I love this because this is so not an interview. This is a conversation. That's how awesome you are, man. You're good like that.
You're awesome, bro.
So
you had a great time. I had a great time to have you on Never Made Weight. It was really fun.
Man, thank you. Let's jump into that just for a second. Okay, so couple things. When I think of Never Made Weight, the first thing I think of is cool. Shout out Amy in the building. And hold on real fast. Let me just get to the chat. Show them some love. Shout out to Bob and Weaver. Shout out to D. Langston. Shout out to Tammy. Shout out to Thomas. All right. And we're good for it. And Billy. Billy Sherman. What up, Billy?
Billy. Is that who you consider gang? FW Mike.
Yeah.
Is that who you consider gang? The chat?
Yeah. But we call them the pod people because it's PTPod. So
there's a generational difference between me and you. I'm just telling you my terms.
I know gang. I know what gang is. No, pod people is because of COVID, and they all try to lock us in our pods, and so a lot of people started doing podcasts. You know what I'm saying during COVID to kind of communicate with other people and just hang out and have some kind of interaction.
Yeah.
And so basically, man, long story short, that's how the PTPod was created. Me and my partner, shout out DJ Sexual Chocolate. Me and my partner had a events promotion marketing company, and we actually got big enough to do some nationwide stuff. And we toured doing, live events. And then, of course, me, being a comedian actor back in the day, I was the MC, he was the DJ. But, mainly the producer promoter is what I did, made sure everything was rolling right. And, during COVID, we kind of couldn't do that anymore. You know what I mean? You didn't have an opportunity to go to restaurants and bars and throw parties. It just wasn't a thing anymore. So started the PT podcast because it was Party Time OKC. So I just put PT podcast on it, PT Pod for short. And then it blew up to be this crazy thing. And pod people, because we were, in COVID and all kind of. So not that anybody cares. You're welcome. Wake up, Sped. I'm done. Wake up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man.
I'm up, brother. So I'm having a good. So I love hearing you talk. You have some cool stories.
Well, thank you. But I would rather hear your stories. And the whole point was to talk about your podcast, and I apologize. You said gang. Damn it. You got me twisted, dog. You know what I mean? Well done, sir.
The two generations,
you don't have to take my word for it.
Fair. So tell me what, if no one's seen it, your podcast is so cool. It looks different. And man, that's what we're all trying to do. Look, man, let's be honest. Anybody who podcasts who thinks they're special or new or has some groundbreaking insight that, no one else who ever owned a computer before had, get out of here. You know what I mean? We're all just trying to do our best. Okay. We're all just trying to do our best, man.
Yeah.
And we're all trying to be creative, and we're all trying to create something different or new, make our own lane, provide our own space. But that comes with hard work and creativity, period. And hopefully some inspiration when you can get it. So when I look at your podcast, it's something completely different than anything else on the market.
Thank you.
Right? It's awesome. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't feel the same. It's more interesting. It draws me in more. So tell me about that vision. Like, why did you decide to do it the way you do it? You know, specifically with you off camera. Because, you know, podcasters are narcissists. You know what I mean? If I can't see myself, what am I doing? Oh, my God. I don't exist if I'm not talking like that. But you don't do that. So explain why. Explain why, if you will.
I think because the highlight of our channel is helping people who've never been in combat sports understand combat sports. And I'm not a professional athlete. So the guests we get are professional athletes, you know, and, you know, every now and then we'll get another podcast host or another personality in the game. But most of the time we get a combat sports athletes, and, you know, we want to ask them questions that we feel the regular fan thinks to himself never gets the opportunity to find out about. Like today, we found out that the UFC PI has sports psychologists on location. I did not know that. You know,
oh, you didn't?
No, yeah. I did not know that. No, and you know, all the fighters have very positive experience with that department of the UFC PI in general. It's just interesting, you know, how good they take care of them. There's a spa and stuff in there. Anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, the focus is not me for this channel. The focus is the fighters and asking the questions that we think fans like us would want to know the answers to. So I don't have anything I don't have the answers for the fans, you know. Maybe in the future we'll have a segment where I show my face, I can provide more value to the fans, but for now, you know, that's the model.
Awesome. Was that the way it was always intended to be? Like, where you were like, I'm going to do it differently because I have a vision, or did it kind of just evolve? Like you put it together, like, you know, this is better? Or like, how did it, you know what I'm saying? How did it happen?
No, I knew right away that I wasn't going to be putting my face in the videos because I'm a fan of this other channel called Vlad TV. Vlad started in hip hop.
Never heard of him.
Vlad, oh, of course you have. Right? Okay. You're joking, right?
Bro, you got to hear about this guy named Mr. Beast. He's doing huge things. He's going to be great.
Okay.
He's going to be like, whoa.
Sometimes I'm slow.
No, I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding.
Vlad TV, he started with hip hop. Now he covers like literally every aspect of life, a lot of mob stuff. And he never shows himself. And I've always wondered, like, why doesn't this guy show himself? But it makes sense because he's asking questions. He's not the one answering questions. You know, every now and then he talks a little bit about himself, and the fans like it because, you know, they like his channel. They appreciate his work. Sure, and me personally, I appreciate that. You know, every day, you know, I'm getting fed entertainment from a channel. You know, he's talking to a former mob boss that I've seen a movie on, and I love that movie, and so on and so forth. So yeah, from the beginning, right away, I knew that I wasn't going to be the star of the podcast. I knew that the talent would be.
I love that, man. And as far as I know, you're the only guy in our world doing that. Like straight up, you are the dude. You know what I mean? So that's badass, dude. I love it when you're groundbreaking in an area, in a sport, in a field, in a lane, man. When you create your own lane and you're the only guy doing what you're doing. I love that. That's so cool. You know, we try to be the only guys doing what we're doing. But,
It's called Red Ocean Strategy, like in business terms. Have you ever heard of Red Ocean Strategy?
I have.
Doing something nobody else is doing. I mean, what I'm doing is not necessarily Red Ocean Strategy. It's just a little bit of a difference, right, from what everybody else is doing. But I'm sure that I wouldn't be surprised if there's a channel that's our size, you know, and they're doing something similar. You know, I would not be surprised. You know, right now, we're 3 months in. We have almost 2.5K subs on YouTube, and we're pushing out volume, and that is very important because people who subscribe to you, they want that constant volume. Obviously, if you're pushing out volume and the content is shit, not a lot. It just depends, man. I don't know. No one has the answers, right? I'm also enjoying myself, you know, through this
having
process.
fun with it.
Yeah.
you are volume. Keyword here, man. In this game, volume is a thing. It legit is a thing. Strategy, I think, is maybe 30% of it. Talent, quality, what you're putting out is another 30%. And then I would say volume is the other 30%. Because I know amazing podcasts. I know amazing guys. I know guys that spent 20 years in radio that are sitting there and interviewing the guitarist for, the Allman Brothers band, kind of thing. And this is an amazing show, right? And this guy can't get any traction. And then you got a guy doing a 3-hour podcast about another podcaster. He's got 1,000 views. So who knows, man? I think with that, the key is finding your people, right? Because we're talking about the internet, and it is a big, big, big place, right? There's a reason they call it the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
And if you find, what is your goal, right? So for me, my goal is to be able to do this consistently and feed my family, you know what I mean? And continue to grow with the quality like any small business that you own. I treat this more like a small business than anything else because that's what I know. But the idea there is to grow it, build it, you know what I mean? Interact with the fans, do everything in the right way and in the organic way to find the people that love what you're doing and stick with you.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing. I know guys right now that have 2,000 consistent people that follow them, right? They have 500 to 1,000 of those people giving them $5 to $10 a month on a subscription service that they do 2 or 3 free shows just for them a week. And, then they get their ads and their super chats. So, they're doing good and they only have a couple, 3,000 people actually following them. So I think when you can find the people that will support what you're doing and like what you're doing, you diehards, like we are with Power Slap. You know what I mean? Then you have something, and then you can build, and then you can be you because people are there for you. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I love Power Slap, but I also know that it's new, it's an ever growing sport, and it's just gonna keep growing and growing, and there's so much room for it to grow. I'm new as a fan to Power Slap. I've just been into Power Slap for the last 3 months. I know there are people that have been into slap fighting as a sport with other promotions and stuff like that. I mean, me personally, I'm such a big fan of the UFC. Such a big fan of like everything Dana's done. Yeah. And all the other content that's released around Dana, like the Nelk Boys and this and that, like even Nina Drama and all the content, everything that has to do with the UFC, I really like. I'm a big fan. So I decided to start covering Power Slap because, it's undeniable, if you're following Dana and stuff, they're always talking about it. I want to be part of it too. Check it out. In the beginning, I had some doubts. I'm like, come on, it's like just slapping each other, but really it's the funnest sport. It's like WWE, but like alternate version. I don't know.
But they really be slapping each other for reals.
Yeah, I mean, in the WWE though, like they hurt each other. They hurt themselves. They hurt their. It's not an easy career.
Yeah, on accident. I mean, they never hurt each other on purpose. That's the difference,
I mean,
right?
If you're flying off the top rope, and you have to make a perfect landing every time. Sometimes you're not going to make that perfect landing. Sometimes your foot is going to land in a weird way, and then you're going to be limping for 2 days, and then you get another injury on top of that. At the end of the day, it's being an athlete. The level of athleticism to be in the WWE is humongous. You have to be a really good athlete. Okay. Power Slap, I feel like, has the most normal people in Power Slap, just like everyday people like you and me, and then they become stars, like we mentioned in the episode you did with me that's coming out tomorrow, like Babyface, right? Sickest guy.
Tomorrow! Yeah! You heard it here first, folks. My man's just dropping knowledge, just all calmly, peacefully. You know what I'm saying? I love it. So, I love my Hawaii homies, man. So
yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just getting familiar with the Samoan peoples. Yeah, Yeah. The Hawaiians, like, I don't know what's the difference between Polynesians, Hawaiians, and Samoans. I know that there's Samoans in Hawaii and stuff like that, but after getting into Power Slap, meeting a lot of these guys, seeing their families, that was crazy. The amount of support they had at the event was wild. It was so fun.
Right. Well, yeah. and to kind of explain that just real fast so nobody gets mad. So Polynesian is like saying Latino, right? It encompasses like everyone from the Polynesian region of the continent or the world.
Got it. Islanders, basically, like all the
Pacific Islanders. Pacific Islanders, very similar. But more specific, right? And then from Polynesian, you have different, like in the way that it would be Latino, and then you would have Argentina, and then say Cuba, right? They're both Latino, meaning it's Spanish-speaking folks. You know what I mean? From the origin of Latino origin, but they're completely different cultures and stuff, right? And so that's kind of like saying like Tahitian, Samoan, Hawaiian, but they're all Polynesian, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah. Polynesian is the grand term?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I mean, my apologies for my lack of.
Oh, no worries. I just, you know what I'm saying? I love them Hawaiian brothers.
Just like anyone watching, my apologies for my lack of education.
And my Samoan brothers.
I'm actually into, learning about different cultures. Yeah. I just haven't made my way around to the Samoan culture.
Oh yeah, no, hey bro, I lived in Hawaii almost 20 years. That's how I know.
Oh yeah.
And one of my shout out James Mate, look him up, very funny comedian, very successful. We started together. He he's a very, very, very good local Hawaii comedian. And what's funny is he knows Justin Bernard, shout out Power Slap, the announcer. Justin Bernard has done a couple shows with James, and I, done 100 with him. So he's full blood Samoan. And you know what I mean? When one of your best friends in the world is Samoan, you learn very quick that they're not Hawaiian. You know what I mean? And the same way that if one of your best friends was Brazilian, you would learn very quickly that they are not Argentinian. You know, they will let you know quickly. So
yeah, I know, man. I know. I already knew that. I just didn't know which one was the grand term.
Oh, no, I'm not tripping, dog. I like it. You're like, I don't know, but look, they're all cool to me. I'm like, hell yeah, they're all cool. I love it. Let's go.
I love everybody. I love to see the different cultures,
Yeah. Well, I
mean, in the fight game, it's the best.
Armenian means, like it's a broad term too, right? I mean, okay. Like, see, I don't know that. I thought Armenian meant, basically the peoples who originated from a certain part of the world, which we would consider Southern Europe at this point, right? And the Middle East.
So Armenians, Armenia is a pretty small country right now, landlocked between it's east of Turkey, west of Azerbaijan, south of Georgia, north of Iran. So it's like out of all those 4 countries I named, it's the smallest one. It's right in the middle, right at the tail end of the Caucasus, it's a very old culture. We're old people, like an old culture. We've been around for a very, very
one of the first. Yeah.
The borders and the size of Armenia has changed throughout the years. So what you have is Western Armenians that are more like their third language will be Arabic-ish, or Turkish. And just because, we had so many Armenians living in Eastern Turkey, historically Western Armenia, after the genocide, a lot of that changed. But a lot of people's great-grandparents spoke Turkish. A lot of people's grandparents, especially Western Armenians, if they're not from Syria or Lebanon and stuff, there's Armenians all over the world. But then you have the Eastern Armenians, which are usually like more like the third language would be like Russian or Persian, Farsi, you know what I mean? So there's like, it just depends where the guy lives, right? I'm Armenian American. Naturally, in the beginning, I was Western Armenian. I was born in Kuwait, where Operation Desert Storm happened.
Believe it or not, my stepfather was one of the first unit sent in and one of the last units to leave. True story.
Well, thank you for your service. I appreciate that.
Him, not me. Yes, but thank him.
Yeah, well, thank you for his service.
But yeah, I remember Kuwait was an ally at the time. You know what I mean? So I'm not into war, not my jam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool. And I remember he actually brought back some stuff from Kuwait. I have a couple little Kuwaiti things, like, like a little Kuwaiti flag is in his home, and like, a couple of just, keepsakes when you go to an awesome place you might not ever get to go to again in your life. So yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very rich country, and Desert Storm was basically Saddam invading their country, and the U.S. basically defending Kuwaiti land. I mean, I wasn't born at that time, but my oldest brother was one, and my mom was pregnant with my other brother, so they had to flee Kuwait.
Oh wow!
So that's why my oldest brother is born in Kuwait, and the next one is born in Syria, because of all that mess. Obviously the army was rushing into the country, and you got to dip. So that's what they did, and
babies aren't gonna wait. Babies aren't like, I'll wait till this war's over before I, head out. No, they will not wait.
2001, we got to America right before 9/11. We made it through before 9/11, thank God. And like I'm basically raised as an American. Obviously, we hold Armenian traditional values. I grew up in Glendale, where it's predominantly Armenian. But yeah, I grew up just as much as like an American as I grew up an Armenian.
That's cool to me, man. That's extremely. It's one thing I loved about going to Hawaii when I was, 19. Well, just Hawaii is a salad bowl. There are so many people of so many different cultures there. One, really being a minority helps. White people should do that once or twice just to experience it. And then two, learning, about all the different, Japanese, Chinese, Filipino, all the different Polynesian cultures, mainly Hawaiian, Tongan, Samoan, were the ones I got to hang out with the most, and just, learn. It's so cool, man. And it kind of breaks my heart nowadays when people are kind of haterish of other groups of folks, because it's so much more fun and cool to just hang out and get to know people. And the one thing I can tell you, man, being, you've been all over the world. So, and I can tell you from being all over the world myself, not maybe as much as you, but man, it's not to be cheesy, but bro, we are all the same. We have different cultures. We have different customs, but I promise you, when someone laughs from their heart, they laugh from their heart, and their eyes light up in a way that is undeniable. And that's every human being I've ever met on the planet. Yeah. Old, young, you know what I mean? Rich, poor, you name it, dude. You know what I mean? We all get cold and we all get hungry. We are human beings, and we don't have water, we don't survive. We all want good for most of us. I would say the vast, vast majority. We want good for our people, our families, our friends, our community, So when you learn that, man, it's something that then you really value that, and you want to learn more of that, and you want to get to know more people's experience, just because it's a beautiful thing that enriches your life. And not everything is dollars and cents. You know what I mean? Not everything is likes and dollars and views and cents. Sometimes it's about the experience, man. Sometimes it's about having that secret cup of coffee while we write silly lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's, I think that's awesome. So you got to drop some knowledge on me, right? Like Armenian food. Give me something that's like, what's a day? If I, were to find an Armenian restaurant, because I live, kind of far away from you. Yeah. But if I end up near an Armenian restaurant, what should I order?
You'll find Armenian restaurants in like any major city. Obviously, I don't know any off the top of my head in Oklahoma City.
No, I'm not asking you for a name of a restaurant, dog.
Yeah, I know.
I'm asking you what dish, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you were to tell me, if I'm coming to Oklahoma, Mike, what do I order? And I'm like, steak. The first thing you order is steak. The second thing you order is a bowl of chili.
If you come to Glendale, and I take you to Rafi's restaurant, which is Armenian Persian fusion, okay, you would get the Sultani kebab, which is basically a kebab ground beef skewer, and a flat meat skewer. It's called bark, okay, off on a bed of soft rice. And that, my friend, is God's gift to everybody.
What's the name of it?
It's called Soltani plate. SOLTANI plate. Rafi's Kebab in Glendale, California.
We're just gonna pull up an image of it. Rafi's, holler at Rafi, and watch this, man. You ready to get hungry? See, I went to the dentist, so I didn't eat today. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's some heaven right there. Oh,
click on the picture that's all the way on the top right. Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. Damn, I am getting hungry. So you see how one of them is like, this is not obviously from Rafi's. Rafi's is a much bigger plate. I would die for Rafi's, by the way. But
this is an internet picture of what.
Yeah, this is technically what it is, though. You got rice, you got saffron rice on top, with some melted butter. You got the flat meat, and you got the ground kebab. But I just want to also let you know that's a Persian Armenian, right? So Russian Armenian is more like barbecue heavy. So it's just like we have our own way of barbecuing off of skewers, which is very like common in that region, and every piece of meat we serve you is going to be amazing,
delicious. Yes.
But if you ever come to Los Angeles, this is where I will take you. Rafi's Kebab. You would have to Google it. These pictures are not going to do it justice.
Nothing else, man. I'm
do it justice because really, what the taste is in all the different spices and the softness. I can't even begin. You know what? My mouth is watering. Can we change the subject? That's W Mike.
When we go to Spad, when we connect in Hawaii, we're gonna find an Armenian restaurant, and we're gonna go. And we're gonna get down. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So it'll be great. So
hey, I'm trying to come to Hawaii and try everything that's native to Hawaii. Spam musubi, not that crazy about, right?
It's such a good man. That's a beach dish. Like, you don't love spam musubi till you've been at the beach all day, and then you're hungry and you go into ABC store and you grab you a couple of spam musubis and you're starving and they hit different and you're like, what? I didn't know life could be like this. I never even knew these were good. And then man, there's something about Hawaiian spam that just tastes better. I don't know.
There's this place called Ono Hawaiian Barbecue around where I live, and I love the Hawaiian barbecue. I love the white rice, the macaroni salad, and just the meats.
Rice. Yeah,
like for me, it's a little similar to like teriyaki, like Japanese barbecue and Korean barbecue, which is my favorite. But actually, Korean barbecue is my favorite, and then right after that, probably Brazilian. Have you tried churrasco, Brazilian barbecue?
I have not. I've had Brazilian barbecue a bunch, but not that place. So,
well, churrasco is just what they call it. They call it like
chorizo. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
churrasco or something.
Churrasco.
That's what they say to like for barbecuing.
Oh, okay.
But in general, obviously, as you can tell, I'm very meat heavy. I love barbecue.
Me too, dog. I'm with that. Yes, you know what I'm saying. So.
Yeah.
Your people were your people like had to because you come from the mountain range, right? So knowing a little bit about that area, not a lot, but knowing how those people came up, man. You guys had to be great hunters. That whole region is full of great hunters because hard seasons, mountainous ranges, not a whole lot of farmland. So you had to be amazing hunters. So that's why I think you still love me to this day, my brother. Also, it's delicious.
Yeah, and everyone around me loves me too. My people in general, like everyone I grew up with, that really attracts them when it comes down to where we should eat. Barbecue is the number one thing. Shout out my homie Arnold. I'm always barbecuing with him. Yeah. But for me, barbecue, I eat everything. Like, I'll do steak. Nowadays, I try to eat a lot more chicken just because, doctor told me my cholesterol's high.
So me too. I got that high LDL, dog. They're like, you got that high LDL. So,
fuck, man. But anyway, next time I go get that, blood test, I want to be like, what now, bro? What now?
Man, you're young. I'm still like, yeah, whatever. It's been a good run. You know what I mean? I got to hang out with Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, some of my heroes, got to play some awesome stages. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm going to get more likes. You know what I mean? I'm going to go live and more people are going to be telling me stuff in my chat.
If you want to talk about food, we can talk all day, Mike.
Oh, absolutely. No, no, I'm being dark because I'm hilarious, sir. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, shout out. Amy said, "This is a great convo. Thank you so much. We are talking."
Thank you, Amy.
something about Sped that I think people will see now is that he's the kind of guy where he's easy to talk to, man. It becomes a friendship kind of thing, you know, and you're not trying to, do an interview necessarily other than, have a good time. And, you just want to talk to him. You're like, my dude, let's talk. Let's go, So
yeah, I've enjoyed talking to you, man.
So far, we're not done. You ain't leaving. This is a 6-hour show. So we only have 5.5 hours to go, dude. No
For
big.
sure. For sure. I'll order some food while we're here.
Okay. And coffee.
Eat it real quick.
You gotta dry off because you look like you're like stuck in coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Yeah.
So, tell us. Clearly, you're creative. Clearly, you understand podcasting, AV production. To a pretty decent extent because proof is in the pudding, right? One thing I tell everyone, no matter what anybody says, look at what they do. Especially in the age of the internet. That's why I love slap fights. That's why I love UFC, because anybody can talk. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to face your opponent. You're going to have to look them in the eye. You know what I mean? So That's what I love about that. And so you have, proof is in the pudding, some great ability and some great vision. Did you come from a creative background? Is this your first foray into podcasting production, anything like that? What is that about?
Yeah, it's my first time on this journey. As I spoke to you in the past, I've failed a lot of things, like 40 projects in the past. So
I love how you keep count, by the way.
It's just a rough number. It's more likely probably like 13 projects or something. I just say 40 to make it seem crazier.
Fun.
But yeah, it's been a while. I've taken a lot of L's in my life. I'm here for the W at some point. The number one thing I think, it's funny. I watch so many TikToks and so much short form content, like motivational short form content, that sometimes when I speak, I feel like I've already accomplished what I need. Like, I feel like I already won a Grammy just because I've seen so many of those TikToks. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in a TikTok edit right now. So I think the number one thing is like not giving up, right? I'll be consistent. I'll be here for a long time. And at some point, it'll pay off, just like for all of us, one way or another. And no, I don't come from a creative background. Actually, I do. I grew up, my brothers were making music when I was a kid. So I was like interested in that. I always looked up to my brothers, later in life with everything else they did too. I have 2 older brothers. So, I was creative and stuff. I left the creative side of me for a while because I had a bit of an identity crisis. I did not understand what I was representing anymore. I did not align with what I was representing anymore. And now, I'm back into that mindset. I'm back into that creative form. And I just want to keep creating. My number one thing is just creating original art outside of this channel for my music. Just create original art. We make everything, from the ground up. And, for this channel, I just want to provide value for people. I want people to wake up and be excited about that first never made wait minute-long video.
Heck yeah, every day.
When you're working in the office, when you're sitting down in your office, you're like, it's time for you to go get that salad from Trader Joe's. You go get the salad from Trader Joe's. You come back, you open the salad, you turn on the never made wait. Oh, look, they got Chris Livel on today. Oh, look, they got Chris Lieben on. They got, John Jones on today. That's what I'm going to watch today while I eat my salad.
I love that. And shout out Chris Lieben, the friend, very cool guy. Knew him in Hawaii. Great guy. So, yeah, I love that. And what I would be interested kind of to see for you is your conversions, because you do this magical thing that all of us would love to do, figure out how to do. And that is, you make me from your clips want to go to your YouTube, right? I don't want to just look at your Instagram clip and go, okay, and then move on to the next Instagram clip and then move on to the next, or, TikTok for that matter, right? I want to actually go and watch the whole interview now. It's like, oh, great. I saw a minute of that interview. Now I want to go watch the whole dang thing. I got to make sure I watch it. Or I'll like pull it up on my phone if I'm busy and make sure it's there. You know what I mean? So the next time I look at my phone or I can listen, I hit YouTube. That's called conversion, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? That is the magical thing that everybody's looking for, really, at the end of the day. Unless you're trying to just build on a platform like your X people, the Instagram people, TikTok people, whatever. But if you're trying to, put your root down and, really make it in this business, a lot of it, you have to have a streaming site presence because these social medias flow, in and out. We've seen too many people come and go too quickly. It's if you have a streaming, if, people know to go to your Rumbles and your YouTubes and your Kicks and your Twitches, and they know that you're going to be there consistently. That's really a much bigger deal. So, because then you're not in their way. You become their habit, right? So in this, in the same way that, any traffic that I see, passive advertising, right? McDonald's throws an ad up on Instagram. I see that. That's a completely different situation, and I'm a lot less likely to buy than if I go to the McDonald's app on my phone and look at the deals they have today. You know what I mean? On Thursday. Yeah. So what are the McDeals? So, and who doesn't love a McDeal? Shout out McDeals! I love me a McDeal.
God bless McDonald's Corporation.
Now they're price gouging right now. I'm not happy about it. So, you know what I mean? Poor people deserve good food too. So, yeah.
They're ruining the prices?
Yeah, they're gouging a little bit. They're doing the thing, man. So
I've seen this. I've seen this in the last 5 years with fast food restaurants. It's more expensive than mom and pop places.
Well, yeah, a lot of that had to do with COVID and the supply chain again. You know what I mean? And when the supply chain was low, sure. You know what I mean? And when nobody's buying because everybody's home, sure. You have to raise your prices to keep your lights on because eventually this is going to be over, like now, and you're going to want a cheeseburger. But if there's no restaurant with a cheeseburger and I have no job, we're both up a creek. So they had to raise their prices at the time, but they never lowered their prices. They never came down. And, it's one of those, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things that have been, forever a price. And McDonald's is a large enough corporation that can do better price controls than that. And the way they do it, man, is they don't do everybody would stop going if they unilaterally across the board raised everything 20%. Right? It's no one's going to go, oh my God, every $10 I spend at McDonald's is now $12. No, thank you. I'm out. You know what I mean? My $2 drink, my $3 drink now costs $6 or $5, whatever. I'm out.
Yeah.
But what they do is they take specific things. I was seeing, in fact, in California, I think 10-piece McNugget meal is $16. For a 10-piece McNugget meal, are you crazy?
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. And I'm like, come on, McDonald's.
I need about 2 of those.
Right? I want a bag. I wish I could buy McDonald's nuggets in bulk, right? Could you imagine just getting a 10-pound bag of McDonald's nuggets, throwing them in your freezer, and then dropping them in the fryer whenever the company came over to impress people? You know what I mean?
Aspirations, dreams.
What's your dipping sauce? What is your favorite dipping sauce at McDonald's?
I like the combination of ketchup and ranch.
Yeah.
I like the combination of ketchup and mayo, and I like a tad bit of honey mustard.
See, I'm a spicy mustard all day. That spicy mustard dip, that's me all day.
Yeah.
Have you tried the Asian sauce?
No, I haven't.
You got to try the Asian sauce.
Kind of like the Polynesian sauce, right? At Chick-fil-A.
It's similar. Yeah, similar.
I'm not a fan of sugary sauces.
Fair. Yeah.
I need to watch my sugar, the doctor said. So I try to look. I love the things that I love, like chocolate, like fries. I love them so much that I'm not gonna give my calories to something else. That's like being married and sleeping with your coworker.
Help me with that. Okay. I'm lost. I got lost at the turn, but that's okay. We're coming back around.
Look, listen, like a sugary sauce, right?
Right.
gonna have extra.
Oh, instead of having chocolate, why would you have a sugary sauce? When
yeah.
chocolate?
Instead, I'll just have a sugar-free ketchup. You know what I mean?
Sure, exactly. Yes, I love that. That's brilliant, actually, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you. I mean, you're flattering me like I'm freaking David Goggins over here, but damage control. We call it damage control.
Look, for somebody who's in the situation who's always looking for a hack, I didn't even know there was sugar-free ketchup till you just mentioned it. And I'm trying to be cool, like, oh yeah, that's brilliant. And I'm thinking to myself, sugar-free ketchup. Next time I go to the store, how does it taste? Can I handle it? So have you tried sugar-free ketchup though?
Of course, I have it.
And
it's amazing.
As good as?
No, I mean, obviously ketchup is ketchup, right? It's never gonna be as good, right?
But how not good, right?
But it's not that. It's like it's good enough, I like it does the job, If I were to eat, I love chocolate, right? If I were to eat dark chocolate that's just like a little bit less sweet, it'll still do the job for me.
Ah, yes. In fact, I sometimes prefer the semi-sweet stuff with the nuts. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I'm only 29 years old, but I'm pretty heavy, so I'm focused on keeping a daily, making sure my daily regimen is a healthy one. I go to the gym every day. I try to eat protein heavy, but sometimes I spaz out, bro. Sometimes, I flip the switch. You know what I mean? Trip to 7-Eleven yesterday, right?
Right.
Trip to 7-Eleven. And on my way out, I bought one of those, those chocolate pandas with the chocolate in it. The pandas.
Yes, those are amazing, yo.
You gotta put me in jail for me not to eat that. So
that's how I would make it.
Take me away.
When they were like, your LDL is too high, I was like, well, I'm not. I will die before I give up. Look.
Yeah.
No, I haven't drank a drop of liquor in 7 years, and I used to have a show called Man versus Bar where I drank for a living. Okay, so anybody want to see an episode? I got one. We can watch it sometime.
I would love that.
Anyway, it was in Hawaii actually with a homeboy named. His name was Mike too. We went to bars and drank and had a little drinking competition at the end. That of course I won. But yeah, man. Spoiler alert. But anyway, so I haven't touched alcohol in 7 years. I don't do drugs, man. You know what I mean? I have nicotine mints that I do. That's a vice. You know what I'm saying? I do nicotine mints. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Good. That's good.
Like these little nicotine mints.
I have nicotine tobaccos.
Yes, I love that. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The best way to get nicotine in is to smoke it in.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
Commercials in the mid-1900s said that smoking is good for you. So,
man, not to get dude, we're gonna have to because we're coming up on the end, and we haven't talked about your rap career. I tried to set you up for that, right? Breaking kayfabe.
I don't have a rap career, bro. I don't have a rap career. I just make music.
That was your rap. Your hip hop projects that you've worked on.
Yes, I am. Yeah. I have like. What do you want to know about that?
What's all right, man? We're running out of time.
No, tell me. It's good.
Yours, man. We got to do another. Promise you'll come back and do another show.
I'll come back. It was fun.
We got to hit an afternoon show where nobody cares and we can run and do Rogan style, 3 hours. Yeah. What do you say? Let's do a Rogan show.
Man, 3 hours, bro. That's a tough one, but I mean, I'll do it for you for sure.
Well, here's the thing. It goes fast. Do you feel like you've been here an hour already?
No, I haven't. It's just I'm starving and dinner's ready.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you ate so early. I didn't know you ate at 5 o'clock. My bad.
Nah, this is the day where, everybody in my family meets up. So
I'm sorry, bro. You should have told me another day.
Nah, my bad. I'll be down to go another hour if you want. I don't care.
No, man. We're headed out. So for those that don't know, Never Made Weight, Sped here has, produced some hip hop stuff, done some hip hop work. We have a little bit of that. I thought if you wanted to, I could drop here. We could listen to for a quick second before you head out.
Yeah, sure.
But tell me, are you still in it? Do you feel like you're semi-retired? Do you feel like you're still going hard with it?
No, I used to do music in high school and I stopped for a long time, but I'm not stopping ever. Honestly, I'll probably drop like some country in my 40s for sure.
Country music.
In my 40s, yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, I play. I still
I'm
play.
going out like Johnny Cash, bro.
Man, I'm looking for an old guy's band to play in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for.
I'm gonna hit you up.
I love that blues and stuff. I'm looking for your track that you sent me. Give me 1 second. It's either here or here. All these DMs nowadays. So let's see here. Oh, stop. Did you send it to my text or did you send it to a DM?
I sent it through a DM.
Okay. To Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
Okay, I'm finding it, brother.
Right
Give me a
there.
second. My bad.
All good, man.
We're doing it large. Just waiting on that. So, okay, you just started in hip hop, and I love it.
Nah, I didn't just start, Mike. I didn't just start it. Just that I was gone for a long time. I was living my professional life, but now I'm on a whole different mindset, and that's something that I really enjoy doing with my time. So yeah, in the long run, it'll pay out for sure. But not in a rush.
Fair enough. How many tracks have you created? Have you done albums, anything like that? And what go ahead.
I probably I have a shitload of music, right? Personally in my private archives, obviously. I put out an album, like an EP in January this year. All Big Dogs Go to Heaven,
Boom, right there.
Before that, I put out a couple songs, singles, and now I have another All Big Dogs Go to Heaven 2 coming on the way. Nice. And all the while, simultaneously working on everything else, really. For me, it's based on feeling for me, However I feel, if I feel creative, I'll do it. I love rap and hip hop. I grew up listening to rap and hip hop. So naturally, that's what I gravitate towards.
Well, sure. Absolutely. Who does your cover art, man?
Me.
That's cool. I love it, dude. Like, once again, your stuff draws people in, makes them, I want to listen just because I'm like, what statement is he making here? Like, what is he saying? So
yeah,
I dig that. You do your own cover art too. That's so cool, man.
Yeah,
Kill Me Right Now. Was that your first single?
Yeah, that's not my favorite cover art. My favorite cover art probably should be the next one, Wait For Me. That one's a vibe. I don't know why I love looking at that picture.
And you drew that?
Smoking a soul, that's a boost. Anyway, and then All Big Dogs Go to Heaven is a cool one too. I have a very cool one coming out for All Big Dogs Go to Heaven too. It's just all part of the process, and it's so fun, right? Like, you're not only making you're making the instrumentals, you're writing the lyrics. They mean something to you. You're working on the cover art. It means something to you, and you're basically just creating a movie, and that movie is your life. Yeah. And if nobody ever appreciated it, and no one ever looked in my direction, and I still wouldn't give a fuck,
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I like my music. I like my music for sure.
and we like it too. So which song should we play here, man?
Go back. Go to my most recent single with the coffee in the background. Up, yeah, what you talk about. Exactly. Put that one. Exactly, yeah. This is from the new album that hasn't come out yet.
Cool. Oh, screw you, pop up. I don't support Apple. Sorry, but
just play the thing.
Yeah. And I hate to see you hate on it. I got drive, it's alive, can't put no brakes on it. New garage, put a Wraith in it. Private chef up the steak, bought some land, put a lake on it. I hate to see you hate on it. I got drive, it's alive, can't put no brakes on it. New garage, put a Wraith in it. Bro, I'm game, so let's talk about it. Just talk about it.
Yeah,
nice.
So
that was too quick. No, I wanted more. I want more. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Whoever wants to listen to it, search up Sped, what you talk about, on all major platforms. Follow me, if you like the music, obviously. That's all I ask from people. Even with Never Made Weight, I saw Bob Menery. He was about to follow me on Instagram. I told him, you'll see us. If you like our content, follow us. So same with the music. If you like the music, listen to the music. You know, this song is basically just me bragging about things that other people don't brag about. Usually people are bragging about, especially in the rap game I mentioned earlier, they're bragging about killing people and selling drugs and making money in that way. For me, you know, I'm bragging about I'm drinking coffee that you don't drink. You know, shit, I don't know. I drink Voss water and I eat at
so good. Come on, man. Voss water is good water.
Evian's the best in my opinion.
See,
but yeah, I'm drinking like things like this, right? Things that things that I want to show off about, because a lot of the culture of rap and hip hop is showing off, really, right? And I'm not really a big fan of that. I try to be a little more humble than that, but I think it's really fun to show off about the coffee you're drinking, or your hot girlfriend, or the type of steak you eat. For me, that's second nature.
So what kind of steak do you eat, my friend? That's what I got.
Every kind of steak, my brother. Every kind of steak.
Every kind of. What's your favorite?
Except human. I like picanha. That's a Brazilian barbecue steak. I like a ribeye, of course, American. And Armenians have this thing. It's called 1-2. It's basically a piece of pork meat and a piece of pork fat on a skewer.
Oh, that sounds so amazing, because that fat's gonna render in. Yeah, man. Oh, I am with it, dude. I'm dying for bacon now. I'm dying for bacon, dude. What are you doing to me?
Bacon, huh? You eat bacon every day?
Not every day, because
Yeah.
I would though. So look, man, I love it for multiple. One, being a cook, I love bacon because I can cook it in a pan, and then I have something to cook everything else in, and it ties all the flavor together. So you get crispy and salty, so crispy and salty is taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So and smoky, and Southwest, baby. We use the Southwest flavors. You know what I mean? I'm using paprika. You know what I mean? I'm using cumin. I'm using a lot of sage, thyme. You know what I mean? A lot of chili powder, black peppers.
Fire.
So,
Fire.
yeah, baby. Yeah, that's how we do.
Hey, let's start a podcast about food.
Exactly. I was excited because I saw on that dish, believe it or not, the one thing I wanted to ask you about was, like, I saw the blistered tomatoes, and I was like, do y'all be doing that with your veggies too? Like, you throw your veggies on the grill and cook them up like that, get them that nice char on them. I was like, man, that looks so good. So,
yeah, sounds fire.
Do y'all?
For you guys tonight?
I'm doing well, tonight I'm doing bacon, because I didn't do bacon in the last couple of days. I'm doing a chicken bacon thing, so I think I'm gonna do I call it is this like basically a cordon bleu, So
that's
like
so weird. I'm having cordon bleu at my house right now.
No, I could swear you're stuck in a coffee cup talking to me on a podcast right now.
Crazy, bro. Shit.
Very nice. Very nice. So I got to check my blue cheese stash, how much I got right now. So I got these great cutlets. I got these two. I picked them out. You know what I mean? Got them. Got this great, local hog. You know what I mean? I'm going to do something nice with it. So, yeah, man.
Sounds good, bro. Sounds good.
Speaking of that, man, we should have been more business. I apologize, bro. I should have put you over more. Your shit is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said, yeah.
I had a great time. It was very fun.
Heck yeah, man. And I'm gonna say it.
You better kill me. I'm gonna be another rapper dead for popping over the mouth. But shit, I shouldn't have said.
If you kill me, I'm bringing the world with me.
Anyway, I'm gonna say, man, you are the hottest new podcaster, because you have vision, you have originality, you're in it for all the right reasons, in my opinion, and it's genuinely exciting, man. It's like, what I love is that you also love UFC, you love Dana White and what he does. You also love hip hop. You know what I mean? You have a lot going on, and that's, I do 4 or 5 shows a week, and we do politics, and we do comedy, and we do interviews, and I love that, man. It's like it takes one to know one, dog. You know what I mean? A real recognized real, and I just respect the hell out of you for doing what you do, not caring, not waiting for permission. Doing it. So everybody go follow Never Made Wait on Instagram. All one word. Oh, so easy. Done and diggity done. What else do you want the people to know, my friend, before we let you go?
Thank you for having me, Mike. everybody go follow Never Made Weight at Never Made Weight on all platforms. If you want to follow me on Instagram at Sped Unrated, SPED Unrated. Yeah, I put out music. If you like rap and hip hop, go check it out. If you like UFC, power slap, combat sports in general, check out Never Made Weight. And again, thank you so much, Mike, for taking for allowing me to come on your platform and having me as a guest.
No, man, thank you. This is like, I think, your first full interview, right? Unmasked?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll always say, you know what I mean? You heard it here first.
I finally took it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mask on, mask off. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
anyway, that's probably old school music to you. Anyway,
no, it's not. What do you mean? You just played "Kill You" from Marshall Mathers LP, and I knew the lyrics to that.
Yeah, I know, man. That's awesome.
It came out 2000.
But that is old school to me too, though. Any Eminem is old school. Anything that's 20 years or older, like no matter what kind of music, to me is old school music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If there are people who can now drive and drink since that music came out, it's old school. You know.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, that's so much music.
Rule of thumb.
So what should we call our eating podcast? We'll leave on that. What should we call our food podcast? Mike and Sped eat. Eating with Mike and Sped. Spike.
Oh, no, bro.
Spike food.
Damn. But you know what? A fucking eating podcast will really screw me over. I can't do that, bro.
What if we focused on healthy food?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll definitely enjoy it less. That's for sure.
I'm kidding. We're just having fun. We have enough going on. But you do have to come back. You'll come back and see me. We'll talk more.
Call me, bro. Call me whenever. I'm down whenever. Man.
We be talking all the time. You know I got you, dog. But yeah, in fact, next week, if you wanted to jump in, I've got some MMA fighters coming on from a big event that actually Babyface Power Slap and Brandon Bordeaux are going to be at soon. And if you wanted to jump on and just kind of be a part of that, I'll extend that invite to you, man.
You said 7 days from now?
Yes, it's next Thursday.
Okay, cool, perfect.
So no biggie. You know how we do, dog. I'm easy. I drop a link if you can show. If not, no worries.
Oh yeah, Mike.
All right, Big Homie. Thank you so much.
Mike.
Let's go.
Thank you.
I can't wait, man. There's so much more to talk about. I did not know it would fly so fast. I can't wait. You're the best, brother.
Time flies when you're having fun, brother.
Yes, Never Made Weight. Follow him. This has been PTPod Presents Never Made Weight and Sped. Thank you guys so much. We will see you tomorrow for the Caltrop with Mike Calderise, and that's going to be on Center Cup Media, and we restream it here. You guys have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, boy.